locking plate, expansion screws, combination screws, cable ties, external communication connector, ground wire. Make sure that it is a solid wall with certain bearing capacity and not easy to fall down. If the product is installed outdoors, make sure it is protected from direct sunlight, wind, or rain. Place the lower box in the mounting area with the side cover facing up and POWEROAD logo facing out, then remove the side cover. Put the battery pack into the lower box with the POWEROAD logo facing up. Ensure the positive pole on the right and the negative pole on the left. It is suggested that 2 people to assemble it. Attach 2 battery packs to the main box using 8M6 screws. Lift the lower box up and move to the mounting position. 20 to 30 millimeters from the wall is recommended for better heat dissipation. Assemble the locking plate on the box and mark the position on the wall. Punch 2 holes with a diameter of 8 millimeters and a depth greater than the length of the expansion screw in the accessory list. 2M6 expansion screws. Secure the lower box and locking plate with the pre-punched 2M6 expansion screws and 2M6 combination screws. Pass the connecting cables through the opening at the top of the lower box, and finally stack the upper box on top of the lower box. Secure the upper and lower box with 4M6 screws on both sides. Connect the communication cable in accordance with the interface definition label on each cable. Main switch communication cable. Inverter communication cable. Parallel network cable. Main switch communication cable. Debug socket communication cable. Use 2 250 mm long yellow-green ground wires to connect them in place. The upper battery ground wire is assembled to the panel ground nut through the M4 screw. The upper box ground wire and the upper layer battery ground wire are assembled to the side by the M6 screw. The lower battery ground wire is attached by the M6 and M4 screws. Remove the protective cover of the output end of the battery pack. Assemble the positive and negative pole connecting lines to the output terminal with M6 screws, then put the cover back on. Assemble the positive and negative pole connecting lines to the output terminal with M6 screws, then put the cover back on. Please ensure that the communication cable, ground wire, and battery positive and negative cables have been correctly connected. Assemble the left cover of lower box with the M4 screws to complete the installation of the whole system. Insert each of the cable accordingly. Connect each of the cable to the terminal accordingly. Depending on the system requirements, additional circuit breakers are required on the grid side and load side. Push the DC circuit breaker to the on state, and then press the boot button for 1 second. The circuit breaker must be opened before pressing the boot button. After startup, check the status of the power indicator, normally blue, and the inverter indicator. It should be blue off-grid indicator after 2 to 4 minutes. Press to start and connect the POWEROAD app to commission the system.